Get in, nerds. We are playing Hearts of Iron 4. We are still doing good work in the Soviet Union, but I want to improve some of our supply through here. I'm going to upgrade this railway, and hopefully that's going to make things a lot easier. Really? Only two railways. Interesting. Alright, so we'll get that done real fast. I wonder if the Soviet Union's already working on that. And that's going to give us... Oh, we also need to increase supply here and here. Alright, so that's going to take a little time, but it's not going to take that much time. Next, I want to figure out where I want to use these units. I think an obvious front is this one. I think we'll probably close out the, this is Republic of Syria? Yeah, the Republic of Syria front. Once these units are done exercising and are ready to be deployed. Oh, interesting. This guy is a field marshal. Neat. And then this guy isn't a field marshal because I'm so good at things. This guy's got just a little bit more training to do. What are the chances that Japan's going to attack really quickly twice in a row? I'm just going to have these units exercise. And then we'll get going here. So I think, yeah, I think our original plan of going and doing a massive cutoff here at Rostov, Krasnodar, Batumi, is probably the right call. So where have we got supply points? We got a supply point at Rostov, so we need to take that. We've got a supply point at Krasnodar and Novorossiysk. And then going this way, we've got a supply point at Grozny, which we do need to take. And one here at this intersection. So I'm thinking maybe we actually try to first go south to grab these 2 points. And that'll hopefully unhinge the enemy defense. Yeah, I'm thinking that's the right call. So, let's throw a few divisions into combat here. And then we'll do a little shove forward here. Beautiful. And that's a likely successful attack. We're just going to go slow and steady here. Just make sure that we don't put ourselves in a gnarly situation. I'm going to put one of these divisions supporting this attack here. Beautiful. We are over the river. So, a little bit of a shortage of supplies here, but if we can grab Makhachkala and continue forward, we can get where we want to go. I suspect this province is going to be reasonably well defended. And anyway, I'm going to need a follow-on unit for a successful defense. Okay, you're going that way, so you need to go here. And our unit who's second... Alright, now this unit's defending. So we need these units going this way. Beautiful. And this follow-on unit can get to here. Now, our other target is Grozny. We need to shove against these 2 units. This unit is very, very vulnerable right now. We'll just head straight across this river. You're going to grab that supply point. And then we're going to converge on Grozny. And that's going to provide everything we need. Supply-wise. Beautiful. Alright. That is a... Beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. That is a successful push forward here. And that... I thought I had this province. Alright, and that's Grozny taken. So, from here, we need to sweep forward with these armies and get to Rostov, then Krasnodar, then Novorossiysk, and then it'll be basically a breakup. Now, our enemies are absolutely hemorrhaging territory in the south here, and I could push forward there. I don't have supply, though, so I'm going to keep on the defensive from here. What do the resources look like? Aluminum is a little low, but Netherlands, Dominion of Canada, and United States have all got a good supply of aluminum now, which is a little bit of a surprise. I wonder if they've taken some territory somewhere that's got solid aluminum. Is it here? No. I'm sure. Where have they been making gains? Or here, maybe? Yeah, there have been a lot of gains in Africa. Did we get... Free France has got New Caledonia. New Caledonia's got a ton of... Oh, New Caledonia's got a ton of chromium. Oh! And the place got sabotaged. That's brutal. Anyway. America is very close to taking all of this stuff. Oh, actually, America's pretty much crossed the Pacific at this point. So they should be within spitting distance of invading Japan, which I might need to myself invade. Now that this territory is a little bit less defended and our units are a little bit better equipped, let's quickly see how this looks. Gosh darn it. Wait. Our planning bonus fell off. That's what happened. I'm like, why are we doing even worse now? It's because of the planning bonus. Alright, so we'll give them a second to redevelop that. Now. Please someone move in to defend. Alright, we are moving in to defend this area. Everything's going over here. Alright, the enemy is redeploying units here. We're still not supplied through this area. Let me take a quick look at the railway. Oh, this is a level 1 railway through all this. Alright, so we definitely need to upgrade that. That's for sure. We'll throw those in at the top here. Once again, I'm slowing my other stuff down, but that's okay. I'm going to pivot my... I've lost a division out of this army. That's not ideal. I'm going to pivot the front here. To focus a little bit further south. But we are going to continue to bash forward here. To get down this river. Alright, we are continuing to hold. There's experimental rockets completed. But I can't do this until I have the flying bomb project. Do I have the ability to get started on that? I don't. So, let's knock out the rest of our support projects. I really need Logistics 4. Now, Logistics 4 is going to be of critical importance as we continue forward here. Alright, beautiful. We got a lot of armies, a lot of divisions here that I can use to press here. Again, our goal is Rostov, Krasnodar. And I'll just take this province because I can. I have the ability to take it. Let's go ahead and support this attack. Again, our primary goal is to get this way, but we can shove the enemy off here, and actually might be able to shove the enemy off of this province too and get ourselves a little bit more breathing room. But those are over river attacks, and I don't want to risk doing that. So, let's continue forward here. And we'll extend this front just a little bit southward. Somehow we've fallen back to flexible cohesion, which I don't want to be at. Beautiful. Alright, they're attacking here. When these divisions get here, we're going to move them north and try to make ourselves a little encirclement just for funsies. Just to do a little bit of extra damage to the enemy. Speaking of which, oh, no, we're through. We're through here. Alright, so let's continue on. We're short a division here. That's not great. Do we have any fully equipped divisions available? Looks like no. Speaking of which, how's our artillery and support equipment? It's doing alright. We're really short on trucks. How did I get so short on trucks? I'm producing 10 of those a day. Oh, gosh. I didn't buy more aluminum. Let's buy some from Canada. No. Let's buy some from the United States. We want to buy from the United States because they're in our faction. Ooh, I think we took out an enemy division there. That's excellent. Hold on, I need a division following the Soviet division into the actual open area here. Everything's still good over here? Yes. And our divisions are supplied over here, which is wonderful. Stop that unit for now. So, beautiful. 3 divisions coming in. Let's take 2 immediately across the river, 1 to support any attack going this way. You're going to support the defense here. That's going to be very good. Unit deploying in here to protect that. Let's send 1 division forward. 1 division to knock on the door of this unit and just get them pushed back. Alright, now we're on the attack here. Obviously, supply situation is pretty brutal out of Stalingrad. We do have a higher, now that we've built that railway, we do have a higher supply limit in Stalingrad. We will have higher supply limits in Astrakhan and these 2 supply points at some point. I'm hoping this functions as a little bit of a feint. Hey, no, don't go back. Don't go back. I need you going forward. And I think we've got a Rostov. Yes, we have a Rostov bordering province here. Okay. Except the enemy's got a bunch of units there, so you can't get too aggressive. Alright, we got a lot of divisions out of supply, so we can't get too buck wild here. You go here and continue forward. Once these 2 divisions are over the river, those are going to be primaries. Okay, we'll need to hold. Beautiful. I can afford to lose this province as long as I'm holding the river. Hey, sit down. Alright, we are actually... Okay, no longer get the effect of seek inclusivity policies. That's just reducing our political power gain for now, which is fine. Alright, we got another ability to add to our mechanized. So our big decision we got to make here is soft attack and production cost, breakthrough and a little bit of production cost, or piercing and a hard attack. I think the answer is breakthrough and a little bit of production cost. Soft attack is lovely, but to be completely honest, 6% production cost is quite a bit. So we'll grab this. We'll update both. Probably should have gone with just the breakthrough first, but that's fine. Let's go with our upgraded trucks and our upgraded mechanized. Still needing to buy more aluminum due to all of the aluminum we are using. Let's buy a little bit from the United Kingdom. Now that they've got... Actually, let's buy a little bit from Australia. Okay, these units need to push forward into Rostov. And this unit needs to come into support. Okay, no, you need to go across the river to support as well. You need to push in here. Alright, you're effectively shortening the line. Let's go ahead and extend the front. Taking a lot of support from the Green Army here. Oh, I successfully encircled these divisions. Let's destroy them. If you think your mailman might be a spy, then destroy him. Just kidding. Definitely do not do that. Alright, hopefully we can hold this province. As long as the enemy is attacking, I am going to be feeling good about my capacity. Alright, that's going to free up some divisions. We're just going to get a few more our divisions moving this way. Please. Oh, cripes. Oh, cripes. Oh, cripes. Our units here are really, really short on supply. Whack against that army so that this guy can get into position. Alright, there's a Soviet division defending here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! I may have overextended, friends. I may have overextended. It's okay, as long as I can get troops here, I'll be good to go. I've got units redeploying from up north. Alright, so it looks like the enemy is properly marshaled to stop me from advancing here. And we are costing them a lot of damage as they press forward, so hopefully we'll be able to continue to hold the territory we're currently holding. It wasn't a bad offensive, but I think I may have gotten a little bit ambitious. Let's circle back to the lower end of the pivot and see if we can get across to Batumi. It's a lot of mountains in here, but I think we'll be able to do it. Their supply is a lot worse than ours in these areas. In fact, our supply is doing really good all throughout this front. So I can do a little push here and get everything a cat could want. I might try to do some small encirclements here, actually. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, alright. So I've extended beyond my supply availability in the north part of this front here, so that's a good sign. Hey, upgraded mechanized. Wonderful. So, from here, let's continue to work on our support stuff. Heck yeah, recovery rate. Obviously that's going to put a crimp on our ability to produce mechanized. Alright, we're okay on trucks now, finally, which I'm very pleased about. This army still needs another division. I'm tempted to grab... place these two divisions into this army to get them exercising. I'm tempted to add... Oh yeah, I threw in a bunch more divisions of basic infantry into training, mostly just to prevent the USA from grabbing control of the faction from me. I assume that that's not a problem for anyone. Although my amount of infantry equipment is getting a little low, but it is continuing to go up. Let's... Okay. Let's be reasonable here. These units are almost done training. I really want to get that 25% bonus, though, so I think I'll continue to wait. Alright. Goal here is to get to Batumi. If I can get over the mountains, I can build a railway. And that's going to be just fine. Not extremely unrealistic, but fine. And then once I got the supply point at Tbilisi or Batumi itself, I should push the supply point at Tbilisi. That's what I should do. I have a pretty low number of divisions here overall. Oh, well, I mean, if you're just going to abandon the area. Excuse me? Danish War of Independence. Well, that's really exciting. Also, it looks like the Germans are winning in Ireland, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I don't know how Germany got all of Ireland, but... you know, it is what it is. You certainly don't need to attack there. Alright, we are successfully defending up here, so that's good. Alright, I think the enemy has successfully divined my objectives here. Beautiful. I am now successfully on defense here. Pretty close to Tbilisi. Let's go ahead and attack here. We'll just whack on here to shorten the front. Dang, they got 2 divisions in here now. I'm gonna wait until I've got the support I need. And I'm going to trust the Soviet Union to keep hold of this territory. Beautiful. All right, I am on the defense over here, which means that's going to make attacking those units a lot easier. Again, you always want to be, when your army is chiefly infantry, you always want to be defending to the greatest extent you can, because you want to be, when you're defending with infantry, you're costing the enemy more than they're costing you. And it helps to have numerical superiority as well. Alright. Still... a little bit weak. Again, target is Tbilisi. Alright, Semeneksha has been wounded. Unfortunate. Alright, that's going to put a crimp on our plans in the north, at least a little bit. Why don't you attack here? Alright, now you guys can attack here. Alright, now we are pushing against... or this unit's pushing against us, which is good. And now you can feed in there. Just press against this. This is a medium infantry division, but it's a Hungarian medium infantry division, so... I think, and that is not to say anything about Hungarians specifically, just it's the nature of the economy in the game. Their economy is much weaker than Germany's, and it takes a very strong economy to produce good tank divisions. Things are looking good over here in this general Stalingrad area. We are defending here in near Rostov. The enemy is in the process of pushing forward against us, but I think we will end up having a good time here. We have made a successful advance in the general direction of Tbilisi without outrunning our supply, which is very good. I'm going to wait until we've pushed this division off and then try to grab this province. Just have a slightly wider... Actually, no. I'm going to move this unit in here to defend this in the case of our enemies trying to grab that province. Alright, I need to reinforce with this low organization division. It's just what I've got to do. And then I think I support this attack here. Support the attack! Oh my gosh, I had a unit over here I could have supported with. Everything good for trade? It's not ideal. Alright, it's ideal. It's better. Beautiful. I did it. Oh, I'm so good at things. Alright, Soviets are attacking here. I will move divisions... Never mind. Soviets decided not to attack. Alright, Ordnance Factory, Kamaria Jabalpur is finished. That's going to get us a really nice new ability. Next, what's an engineering revolution? Just extra research bonus for engineers tech. I'm going to be grabbing that before too long, but it is also going to give us a little bit of extra military factories. Any really good stuff? Ooh, actually, extra attack and movement in mountains is really for artillery is really good. Reestablish the Khyber rifles gives us. Douglas Gracie gets some abilities. I don't know that I'm using him, though. What about the Chindits? Ord Wingate. I think these are British legacy officers, which I'm not really doing much with right now. Let me see. Women's Auxiliary Corps, air detection, spotting speed, entrenchment speed, anti-air bombing, damage reduction. Not too excited about that. Yeah, I think this mountain stuff is going to be really good. It's production cost, but it's also soft attack and piercing for, I think, infantry weapons. So I think I want to do that. Oh, no, I want to do Chariot of Victory. Yeah, breakthrough in armor for mechanized is really stonky. Alright, let's get to work on that. And figure out how I want to handle this overall situation. Because I think I want to get Manekshaw's army pivoting a little bit further here so that I can concentrate further south. Because if I can get Batumi, I can still get a very solid... I know the enemy's over-concentrated in this area. This army is still training, but nearly finished. I know the enemy's over-concentrated in this area, and I know our allies are winning over here in Syria. And if I can cut off Batumi and cut them out of supply, I can really mess with our enemy's plans. So, I think I'm going to extend that line that way. And just give us some time to relocate, because eventually what's going to happen is I'm going to move the other units further south. And reconcentrate them further south here. But it's going to take some time. Ooh, another trait. And now I can finally get this. Soft attack and breakthrough. And that's just incredible. That's going to make a really huge difference eventually. Infantry equipment amount is holding. Mechanized is holding. Alright, a lot of these better divisions are nearly finished training. So, I think when the day turns over and they become fully trained, or at least one of them does, I'm going to send them to reinforce our guy Jadeja's army. And that'll be really nice. Still short of... oop, never mind. It sorted itself out. Things are a little inconsistent with the aluminum situation. Working on a lot of nuclear reactors right now. Enemy is pushing this way. Let's pop a unit in there and see if we can't slow them down some. Hoping this doesn't turn into a total cheese fest. Oh no, that's the Soviets attacking forward. All right, cool. I'm so good at video games. All right. Now that the other army is successfully pivoted, we push this way. Manekshaw's army, we will set a further target But it's just kind of a made-up target so that we get the planning bonus. Then for Jadeja's army, we will set a real set of targets all along this area with the goal of unhinging our enemy's defense, grabbing Batumi, and getting that area properly secured. We'll reassign one more division into here. And then we'll take some time planning. There's the better transport plane. This is... Oh, we do actually have the ability to grab the modern transport plane, because it's 1945. Do I want any of this stuff? I don't think so. I don't think I need it at this stage. I've always been doing fine on fuel. Where is it? Fuel. Here we go. Yeah, I've never had a fuel problem. So let's continue to work on support. I'm going to get an engineering bonus eventually, but I've still got one more in engineering to do, so we'll do that. Oh, I was going to do some special forces stuff. That's right. Alright, so I've got units redeploying to this area.
Hey, come on.
Again, Tbilisi is a goal, but the real goal is Batumi. So I'm going to get some divisions redeployed into here. Excellent. Grab some mountain infantry. We'll get another level of that. Let me see. This is Avro again. Extra agility is nice, but more strategic bombing is better. I'm going to deploy a few more planes, and then we'll wrap it up. And then at the beginning of next episode, we'll get started on our offensive towards Batumi. So, here's our heavy squadron. Let's get them training. And then we've got another set we can start training. For these other units, this is CAS, this is fighters. We'll get them exercising. And then in our capital, we'll deploy a few more fighters. And CAS as well. And we'll get them going. Outdated equipment and production. And let's go ahead and train some improved transport planes. I can decommission the interwar transport plane because I don't need it. We'll get 4 factories on there, and then hopefully we'll finally not need to buy quite as much aluminum from abroad, because we are buying 12 factories worth of aluminum right now, and it's pretty tough. I'm going to queue in a submarine. I'm going to design a submarine. Better engine. Upgraded submarine. Better torpedoes. Better torpedoes. Radar 4. You kidding me? I gotta pick between radar and snorkel? Unbelievable. My snorkel! Alright. Torpedoes 4. Historical submarines. Submarine 4. How's that? That's going to be good. My submarine fleet is going to be really critical to the way everything goes down. Let's deploy here in Karachi. State of Sind. Alright, with that being said, we've made some modest progress here. We got a big buffer of protection over Stalingrad, so that's very good. Not loving this, but hopefully it doesn't become a problem. But our main progress has been grabbing Grozny and Derbent, and well, we didn't grab Derbent, that was the Soviets, but Makhachkala and Grozny, and getting good supply through here. And hopefully we can make ourselves a nice little offensive to Batumi and Tbilisi, cut off all the enemy units in here, take back Baku, end the threat against Iran, and generally do a bunch of damage to the German army. Let's take a quick look at how things go. I didn't do too many encirclements this time, so I'm not expecting great ratios here. Up to 350k casualties suffered to Germany. Germany is at 1.6 million to us. Okay, so the ratio improved quite a bit, and a lot of the reason is because we forced them to attack against us in here. That's the reason for that. Let me get... Oh, they mostly solved the Beirut situation. I once again completely forgot about Singapore, but maybe I'll work on Singapore next time. For now, I've had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.